We have a 97 GT convertible Mustang. We're doing the headlight swap out from factory to the clear lens ones from American Muscle. So far what we have for recommended tools is a pry bar, flathead screwdriver, and a pair of needle nose pliers, and of course the metal magnetic tray to always catch those parts that you need. First thing we're going to do is going to pop the hood. Alright, after you've popped the hood, this is your headlight assembly. It's really pretty simple. You have a clip on this top line screw. On the bottom screw down there is a push tab. You have the headlight bulb, and then over here you have another push tab on that second screw. So the first thing we're going to do, come over here and we're going to pull out this push tab in here. Alright, there's your tab. We're going to put that in the magnetic tray holder. Second thing we're going to do is undo the headlight bulb, undo the wiring. And manipulate the bulb out, which is always fun to do. There's your headlight bulb. Set that safely over on the toolbox. Now that you've done those 3 bolts, the headlight assembly should easily just finesse right out. And there you go. There is the old headlight assembly taken out. And that's what you should have looking like. Now there's one more screw holding this side marker in, which is that one right there. You undo that, your side marker should come out. Okay, we've undone that bolt, and then you just basically grab the side marker here and take that out, and there's your side marker free. And then undo your light bulb assembly. Well, we need 2 hands for that, so we're going to put the camera down, but you basically get the idea. All you got to undo is your bolt assembly here, and your side marker come out, and you get the leaves out of your car. That's pretty much straightforward on how to do the driver's side. We'll go over and do the passenger side for you real quick. And once again, we're on the passenger side. Undo the wiring harness for the headlight, and take the bulb out. Get that out of the way. And reach in here and get that clip. If it doesn't work, give it a little push with your knee. Ah, come on, baby. There's the clip, and once again in the magnetic tray holder. Now, here's a little trick that I learned. A pair of needle nose pliers with an angle. You can get down in here, and you can squeeze that assembly. And once you squeeze that assembly, it does take a few moments of patience, to say the least. That's it. Just kind of squeeze those 2 little tabs together with the needle nose pliers, and it pushes right through. And he's going to duplicate it for the one down here. Actually, that one, I gotta get that one too. Okay, see what we got to work with here. Just kind of get in there and squeeze them 2 tabs together. That's it. Once they squeeze together and it starts to come through, just gotta do is work it out. Get those nasty headlights out. And of course, you know, always use finesse. These are plastic parts in here. Like I said, you just pull those little plastic parts out. The part that is kind of hangs up on is this little assembly right here, and that's where the tab goes in but you got to get this to move forward so the headlight can come out at like an angle. And this is all plastic, so word to the wise is you know, take your time and don't get mad and just, because if you break these pieces you're going to a junkyard. Alright, we're here on the side marker light. Just got a 3/8 ratchet with a I believe it's an 11mm. Yeah, it's an 11mm. These new cars today, they just can't stay with one bolt size. Yeah, everything has got to be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then they'll throw a 7/16 or a 1/2 inch in there just to drive you nuts. Just to make you walk back to the toolbox, as I call it. You know, gives you a little break, breathing room. Alright. Get this bolt off and into the magnetic metal parts tray holder because you don't want to lose it. Now, like I said, this has been in here for a while. You know, it's been here for like 15 years. There we go. So you got to use a little bit of force, not much. And then just reach back here. Oh yeah, you always be careful. There's a wasp's nest right there. So I have to thank the Lord here that it is nice and early this morning and there was nobody home, because I would have really been upset if I grabbed that. Okay, take your bulb out. There's your side marker. So we now have on the floor 1997 Ford factory headlights. And we have a 1997, kind of looks pretty good, huh? Want to leave it that way. All from American Muscle. We also like to thank American Muscle for the cold air intake that we did previously, and we'll be uploading that video also. Here's your old set of factory headlights and turn markers, and we'll come over here and show you what the new ones look like. Quite a difference. So we're gonna swap out these old factory headlights with the new headlights. Now, before we install these headlights, what we've read on several different forums and several other places is the seam here where these headlights go together. We're going to take some silicone caulk and we're going to go ahead and just put a bead of silicone around that. And from what we've read is that moisture sometimes builds up inside the headlights due to the air outside being a different temperature from the air inside the headlight due to the bulb, and then the air behind the headlight due to the engine compartment, which will create moisture, which is what you have sometimes on your single pane windows at your house. But if you seal this up, and you got a good gasket seal on here, and something else, there's a small hole on these headlights right down here, and if I was just going to install these, I would go ahead and put some silicone caulk over that just to keep the air out. The side marker light seems to be pretty good. There's just the factory cover where the bulb goes in. We're going to go ahead and install those first and get them in and installed. However, on our headlights, you can see there's a wire there. And we are doing something a little different. We're doing little modifications, and hopefully it works out and it turns out as good as we think it will, and it'll be something special. Stay tuned. Go ahead and install the bulb, and it does go in only one way. So line up your tabs, bulb in, lock it in place, and then you have 3 slots. You have one back here, and then the other 2 slots up front. Just line everything up and give it a good shove, and you're installed. There you go. Sides in. Just tighten up that bolt in there and that's done. Okay, we just finished the installation of the turn signal light, and what I'm going to do is to prevent this from happening again, getting all nasty and icky, we'll go ahead and put some of the Mother's plastic headlight polish on this that we received from the guys over there at trustedoil.com. They sent us a little bit of this. Go ahead and shine it up and make it all nice and shiny. Let it haze up for a minute. Alright, go ahead and buff that to a nice polishable shine. And we'll come over here and got the passenger sides done also. So all we got to do is install the headlights and we'll be done with this project. And of course, if you guys are anything like us, we just had to turn them on and check them out to see what they look like. You know, the suspense was killing us. So it's kind of a neat little system they got there. Over there at AmericanMuscle.com is where we got these lights from. Alright, we're going to go ahead and put the headlights in and fire. Alright, we have the headlight assembly kind of sitting in there. And got the parking light, turn signal light taken out. Since we discovered that it's much harder to put it in that way, so we're going to put the headlight in first. And this piece right here will come off the old headlight. It just slides off, and then I put it on the new headlight. And what that's done is it's kept the factory original setting. And on the rest of these pins, what I've done is I've measured from tip A out to tip B where the turnbuckle is and the screw, and just duplicated that. There'll be some small headlight adjustments needed. However, this one is set. If your headlights were straight, they'll be straight again. And then just put those 3 pins in, and then just we're going to gently push this in, and it should snap right in place like that. And then there's that, and then there's that. So now all 3 of them are in. The headlight bulb is already in. We just have to attach the wires to that, and then up here is that metal clip, and American Muscle has included a new clip with that. My partner called off sick today, so he's kind of left me here in the breeze doing this by myself. So we're going to go ahead and apologize to you folks, because not only am I having to do all the labor, but I also have to hold the camera too. So I guess if you weren't trying to videotape this for other people to watch, it'd be a whole lot easier, because I really can't see what I'm doing right now. So I'm going to go ahead and, there we go, there's one. And then the back one should be lining up too, right there. Okay, so there's that. And that just snaps in like that. And then we'll go ahead and tighten down that back bolt, put that clamp in. And there you folks have the driver's side. Totally done. Just got to hook up the headlight bulb and put that metal clip in. And like I said, that metal clip goes right there. So this whole thing took very little time to do. Here's a little side note that I've discovered. They give you new headlights with the kit. Let me see if I can get this open here. Anyway, this is the old headlight, and this is the old retaining ring. I'm squeezing it right now and can't see nothing. These are the rings that they sent you, and if you watch this stuff right here, I mean, see how pliable this is? This is really pretty cheap plastic. I've noticed that when I was putting the headlight clamp back in that it was moving, and that allows this to move and doesn't give you a good seal. So I went and took the retaining rings off that came with it. I'm going to go ahead and put the factory rings back on, and they fit perfectly, because here's the one with the factory ring on it, and you can see there is a blue bulb in there. But I went and put the factory ring back on that. It just seems to be a little heavier duty piece of plastic, and you know, I'll just put these in the toolbox for a rainy day. A little tip there that I tried. Maybe it'll work for you. Alright, we've got the passenger side all put in and lined up, and I'm just going to give it a little push here and get it to pop in. There's that side, and we'll push this side in up here at the top. Okay, and once again, key is not to force anything too much. There's the bottom. Alright, I'm just going to put the clip in. Alright, passenger side. It's a whole lot easier because you don't have a battery sitting in front of you. So you can actually just reach through and plug the headlight in right through the back. There we go. Headlight's plugged in. Got the clip in. Now we just got to line up the holes here for the other front side. And like I said, there's the front. Come around to the back. Get that little back clip to go in. A little bit of finesse. There we go. There's that. Push it in. Made a nice little clicky sound. Up to the old magnetic tray parts holder and put the last bolt on. And that's it. Tighten that up. We're done. There's the new front end on the Mustang GT. Looks a little different. And of course, let's see what it looks like turned on. And your new lights. Pretty awesome. I don't know if you can see them. It's got a little different glow than your regular bulbs. I like them. Alright, let's pull it out in the sun and see what it looks like in the sunshine. I'd say it turned out nice. It's a completed job. Alright, about a couple hours. There's the old junky headlights in the garbage box where they belong. We finished the Stang. I told you we did something special. So in those bottom corners, put some red LEDs. Of course you can't drive with them on. They definitely a nice show getter when you're at the show.